A number of concerned citizens showed up at the Daphne City Council meeting tonight to talk about the possible construction of a Hardee's in the Malbus Historic District.
Fox 10 News Baldwin County reporter Katie Weiss talked to some of the people and city leaders. Katie, hey, I already know this is quite the controversial issue.
Yes, it sure is, Bob and Lenise. It has been a little bit of a heated meeting tonight. Now, most of the residents who showed up to the meeting had these pink sheets. These pink sheets actually detail most of the concerns that they have about this potential Hardee's being built. And some of the residents tell me they're also concerned about how the Hardee's was approved in the first place.
I live in the subdivision. We have a school in the subdivision. I walk my children to school on the street that people are going to cut through. And I'm just really concerned with the traffic.
Traffic is not the only concern some Daphne residents have with the proposed Hardee's to be built at the intersection of Highway 181 and Highway 90 in Malbus. Some are concerned about the noise, trash, or their property values decreasing. Residents are also worried about the fact that the mayor, Dane Haygood, is the applicant for the Hardee's development, and the site was approved behind closed doors.
I think a lot of our concern is transparency. Like, we kind of like to be more informed of what's going on. We kind of feel like some things are being done a little shady. At least it's putting a lot of question, a black cloud over this office.
And we're concerned that the 181-90 intersection is already overloaded, and for the mayor to propose a development that would increase the traffic and make that worse for everybody is very concerning to us.
Ron Scott with the Daphne Planning Commission explains why the potential Hardee's did not have a normal site review.
It did not come before the Planning Commission for a site approval because the staff deemed that the size of the building was smaller than what had been approved previously.
Everybody that's here on this subject tonight, stand up, please. There you go.
Scott tells me these worried citizens have a right to go through an appeal process, and the Planning Commission will consider it.
You know, if it does come before us in an appeal, you know, it'll come before us, and we'll look at the facts and make a decision.
Yeah, now I am actually joined here with Mayor Haygood. Now, Mayor, thank you so much for your time this evening. Can you just tell us, I know that you are the one who is applying for this Hardee's. Can you tell us a little bit about it and why it's important to you?
Well, this is a project we've been working on for a number of years, a site. We've had a couple of different uses proposed, and it's just taken this time that predates, my time in office. We've had a user that's a fast food, restaurant, and there are other, fast food restaurant users that are adjacent to this property. It's a, property was zoned for B2, and this is an allowable use. It's been that way since, the late 90s. The fast food restaurant is an explicitly allowed use under the covenants and restrictions. But, with all that said, we had a big crowd tonight, as you referenced, and the residents got a chance to express some concerns that they had. There were some, issues with the communication. We've been trying to have this dialogue for the past several weeks, and for whatever reason, there's been some breakdowns. So, at the end of the day, they got to voice their concerns. We've been out here talking, to a few residents, and there's constructive dialogue that's happening. There are concerns. I think there are ways that we can mitigate those. Some of those, relate to the development. Some of them are more general concerns. But I think it's great that the residents have a pride in their neighborhood, and they want to protect their home and their neighborhood and the character of that for their families. And I think everybody should take that pride. So I think at the end of the day, we've had a really encouraging dialogue, and I think the jury's still out. We've got a long way to go, and there's probably a lot more residents who didn't get a chance to participate. So we'll have those opportunities to have those discussions and see where this project takes us from here.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Mayor. We do appreciate it. Now, I also just learned that many of the residents are also concerned about just the provocative brand of Hardee's, some of those provocative commercials that they've been airing over the last several months. Many residents are concerned just about the brand Hardee's itself. So we'll be sure to keep you updated as more updates come through this story. For now, I'm reporting live in Daphne. Katie Weiss, Fox 10 News.
These days, we're